Hey guys, Rockingtheblade here once again. What's up, everybody? I know you've been waiting for this for a while. Thank you for your patience. I need extra time to really make sure this list comes out. This list here comes out well, and boy, did it. Before I continue, no, they're not sponsoring me, but if you want to get this awesome Legend of Vox Machina t-shirt, is at the official Critical Role shop at criticalrole.com/shop, and they have the official Legend of Vox Machina t-shirt that you see that I'm wearing. They have it in my size. You can see that they'll definitely have it in your size. Get it fast because these shirts will sell out fast. So get it as soon as possible. It's a nice shirt, as you can see. It's like a kind of a sketch drawing of like all the main cast. It's really, really, really nice. Get it as soon as you can. All right, guys. Thank you for your patience. Here is the long-awaited RTB's top 10 games of 2021. Because unlike with movies, games where there's a lot of disappointment, thankfully, I found 10 that's worth your time. Alright, let's get to it. With number 10, new Pokemon Snap. Yes, you heard that right. A new Pokemon Snap game came out. And it was pretty damn good. Great even. It was fun. And it was just insane that a lot of people didn't talk about it. I mean, it's more to work with now. Because remember, the first one that came out was only 150 Pokemon. Now there's like nearly, I think, 8 or 900. I forget the number, but I know it's close to 1,000 Pokemon that's released over the years with all the different iteration of Pokemon games. So there's tons and tons, and I mean tons of Pokemons to take a picture of. It's great. It's a simple, fun game, and so, again, I'm surprised no one talked about it. It was really well done. It was a nice update to a classic formula. Again, if you want like an updated, if you want like a more updated, if you always wanted a sequel to Pokemon Snap, this is it. This is it, and then some. Because unlike before, there's tons of new content of the Pokemon to take pictures of. So get it. It's worth your time. And again, I'm surprised no one hardly ever talked about it, but it's definitely worth it. Alright. Number 9, WarioWare Get It Together. You're going to see a lot of Nintendo games on this list. Because, so they get access to it thanks to the Nintendo Switch. But, yeah, WarioWare Get It Together. Another game that was great that, again, also, no one talked about. I mean, I know the Wii U WarioWare game was really bad, and we do not talk about it. But the one on 3DS and this one on Switch was really damn good, even great, dare I say. I mean, it was fantastic. I know it's different than what the usual WarioWare game. It's still like, random like mini games, but it's not. People can jump and shoot, but still, it's play. I was worried at first, but once you play the game and see how it goes, how it flows. It's like it's like any other WarioWare game. Man, it's a little bit different. I don't want to spoil how different, but it's fun. It's fun. It's unique, and it's definitely different than the previous. Definitely better than the Wii U one for sure. It's by my favorite one to date. Honestly, it's so clever and it's fun, and I had a great time with it, man. It's a great game to go back, even though it's not long in terms of length, but the quirkiness and the fun of them, and just the absolute fun you have with the mini games, you'll constantly want to go back for second and third rounds. It's a lot of fun, especially to play with friends. Speaking of playing with friends, number 8, Mario Party Superstars. Now this one was talked about, and deservingly so, because this one was an awesome sequel to the previous Mario Party game that came out. Because let's be honest, the Mario Party games were kind of in a dark place where there's a whole chance where you can go through the board without even playing a single mini game, which that's half the fun. That's half of that majority of fun of Mario Party. Besides strategizing how to get stars, is to play the mini games. And the other ones that came out previously, at least the bad ones, wasn't about that. Especially the Wii U one, it was god awful. Thankfully, the ones on the Switch, so that this new one here vastly improves. Even this one's even better than before. More stages, more characters. I believe there's DLC coming down in the near future, so look out for more stages and to add more characters. So look out for that. So Mario Party Superstars, it's a fun party game, man. I played it. Me and my little brother and Koopa played it multiple times. It's a fun time, and he even played it online because he was at his house when I played with when it was like me and my little brother, and he was we were playing against Koopa at his house online. Even online was very great. I mean, every once in a while it would lag, but like 90% of the time it felt like if he was right next to us playing. So the online aspect of it's surprisingly really fantastic. It's a long, fantastic upgrade from the Wii days. Remember the Wii days of of Smash Internet? Oh my god, playing Super Smash Brothers on the internet with the Wii was the worst. Thankfully, Nintendo has evolved beyond that. Thank God. So, if you want a great party game, definitely get Mario Party Superstars. Number 7, another great, not too many people talked about was number 7, Bravely Default 2. I haven't had a chance to finish it, unfortunately, but the bit I played was a lot of fun. It's a great RPG. They took what made the sequel, the first one, great, and just built upon it. It's even better, better graphics, better game, just made the game that is already there even better. Interesting story, interesting characters, cool looking monster designs. They had new things like where you can like send a ship out to get items while you're switches in sleep mode, so when you come back you can see what items you got. So it's a lot of interesting things they add to it. You know what I'm saying? They build upon what was the original one, which was great, and just the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And they didn't do that. They just build upon what made the original one great, and it looks like it's a worthy sequel from the looks of it. And again, like with WarioWare and Pokemon Snap, not too many people are talking about it as much. It's kind of sad. It was a fantastic RPG game, and if you're wondering if it's worth it, definitely get it. It's a fun. I keep going back and playing it. That's the one I'm playing currently, and I just keep going back and having a great time with it. So definitely get Bravely Default 2. It's a worthy sequel to the original one. All right, number 6, Demon Slayer Chronicles. I mean, it's the fighting game that was published by Sega and done by CyberConnect 2. That's some Japanese words in the middle of this Demon Slayer Chronicles fighting game, but I was afraid I want to mess it up, and I don't want to. I don't want to mess it up, but it's Demon Slayer game that was published by Sega and developed by CyberConnect 2, in case you're wondering. And it is fantastic, man. Like, it is just really well done. Really well done as a fighting game. Yeah, the same people that made the Naruto Ultimate series. I mean, it kind of plays like Naruto, but at the same time, it doesn't, if that makes sense. But the gameplay is fantastic. The graphics are not only beautiful, it looks like I'm watching the damn show. That's how good it looks. And plus, there's more DLC to come. And it's just really, if you're a Demon Slayer fan, which I recently became a fan of, you're gonna love this game. Like, it's just a love letter to Demon Slayer fans. The combat's great. The graphics are great. You have a cool story mode for fans. I believe with the first season. And it's just a big love letter to Demon Slayer fans. And again, it didn't get talked about as much. I mean, it should have been. I mean, granted, I know those games that came out that were disappointing, they're just awful, but there should have been a ton of games you should play instead. I mean, I know you gotta be like into the anime to like the game, but even then, if you just like fighting games, this is a worthy game that was worth your time. Definitely get it. It's a fun game from start to finish, and the bit I played, I had a phenomenal time. All right, guys, we're in the top 5 already. Yeah, I know these games with those short descriptions, but still worth your time. Number 5, The World Neo. The World Ends With You. This game I was really worried about because the last one that came out, the original World Ends With You, came out on the DS when I was in high school. To show you, and then senior year. That's how long ago that first game was. God, I'm getting old. So when the sequel was announced, I was excited but worried. Especially when they were going full 3D, I was really worried. Thankfully, when I played it, got my hands on the game, the worries immediately melted away. But Story-wise, gameplay-wise, it's fantastic, creative, and they're say smart how they did it. Story-wise, give it some time. It's kind of like Yakuza 6 from the Yakuza games in terms of build-up. It's very slow, but it does pick up, and once it picks up, it does not relent. Like the Yakuza games, where the story-wise, where it starts off slow, but once it goes, it doesn't stop, and it is a phenomenal, fun RPG game with a satisfying ending to not only to this current game, but games of the original series like me. Great, and it ends in a way where, if this is it, the ending was beautiful. But if there's more, I would love it. Unfortunately, it didn't sell too well. Unfortunately, but still, if you should still get it. It's worth your time. I know there's some quote unquote controversy around, even though there isn't. There's people just trying to start drama because the whole translation stuff. It's just stupid. But still, if you want to really enjoy this art game, if you feel the sequel's worthy, it is. Great characters, great gameplay, story that slowly builds up and gets better as it goes along. So with some nice twists and turns along the way, and a satisfying ending for this, not only this game but for games of the original World Ends With You. It's fantastic. Definitely go get it. Number 4, the surprise hit of 2021 in terms of games is Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, another game that was not only did way better and that it had any right to be, but again, like with The World Ends With You, it didn't sell well, unfortunately. And this is unfortunately is made by the same people, Square. Funny enough, did Bravely Default and The World Ends With You Neo. Square, who did the team Crystal Dynamics, who did the Avengers game, which was disappointing. I'm not gonna lie, but Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy was phenomenal. It was great. I mean, I do agree with people on the internet. They should have promoted it harder, which they should have. This game was great. Granted, you only play as Star-Lord, and there's only kind of command the other Guardian members, but still, it's just very well written. The voice actors did great. Very well written, very well acted. Gameplay is downright gorgeous. The gameplay looks great. The game looks phenomenal. The gameplay is fantastic. Easy to follow story. If you're an 80s fan, oh my god, have tons of classic 80s music, which is just beautiful. Oh my god, dude, it was just if you love 80s music, then you'll be right at home. Unfortunately, I can't give you some samples because YouTube will copyright this video like a mug. But trust me when I say, if you love 80s music, you're gonna love it. So let me just recap again, because I'm gushing over this game, and again, it's just kind of so sad that it didn't sell expectations. Because I have to agree with the internet, they didn't really promote this game a lot. A lot of people didn't talk about this game. Heck, I could have wrote it off. I thought this is the game was gonna suck, and I thought the other games like Call of Duty Vanguard, Battlefield 2042, Back 4 Blood, and GTA Definitive Edition was going to be the games to get, and they were all disappointing to absolute garbage. Where Guardians was the one I thought was going to suck, was actually being better than all those other games I just mentioned. But still, had beautiful graphics, great gameplay, great story, great soundtrack, besides The World Ends With You Neo. So that I should mention. Neo, The Ones With You, has a great soundtrack. Same thing here. Great soundtrack. And just, it left it open to where it could be a sequel, which, again, guys, buy this game so there could be a sequel, because it just sucks that it didn't meet expectations according to Square. But it should, because, again, it's a fun game. Square, you gotta promote these games, man. Promote these games. It just sucks that it is not promoted. It's a fun game, man. Remember after my brother got it for me for a Christmas gift, he's like, "How was it? This game is way better than it has any right to be honest." And I had a phenomenal time with it from start to finish. So definitely, if you were iffy on Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, which I understand because they messed up the Avengers game, get it. It's the surprise hit of this year. I highly recommend it. All right, top 3. Number 3, Tales of Arise. It won RPG of the Year at the Game Awards. I see why. It's not the best Tales game of the series ever, but it's definitely amongst my top 5 favorite Tales games of all time. Amazing amazing cast of characters besides one. Amazing graphics, amazing gameplay, incredible story. It's just they took what made the Tales formulas great and just made it 10 times better. And the gameplay was already proving as it was in terms of gameplay and getting combos on monsters, but it just vastly improved and just got better and better. And it is like the side quest. I love the side quests too of finding these tough monsters. It's always exciting. I love the story bits and the chemistry with the characters. I just love going out and crafting new weapons and getting new armor and having tough and nails battles. Speaking of which, of all the Tales games though, and it was Koopa thought it was him. No, I experienced it too. This was the toughest Tales game I ever played. Sweet baby Jesus, was somebody complained like that these games are great, but they need to be more challenging. And M. Banda was like, okay, because God sweet Jesus, these games are hard. This game was hard, man. Even on normal, it was challenging. I mean, I beat it, I got through it, but sweet baby Jesus, boy, it's like every battle. I mean, of course, the regular grinding battles. But when you find a boss, don't think, oh, this is gonna be easy. No, some battles were tough. Granted, some boss fights are easier than others. I'll say that much. But if you think, oh, this boss fight's gonna be a breeze, that's when you get your ass kicked. Trust me, I got game over, I think, once or twice, if I'm not mistaken. But despite that, it is a fun game. But if you want to like lower the difficulty, I completely understand, because sometimes the game can get really, really incredibly hard at times. So just be careful with that. Still, fun game, worthy of its award. It's been around for 25 years. Wow, it's incredible, and it deserves its award. It's a great game, and funny enough, they did like animation, like animes of like the last two games that came out, which were okay. But I heard they're not doing the animation like or anime of this current one, which I'm like, why? This one was awesome. You won a Game of the Year award, for God's sakes. Do an animation of it. Maybe they might change their mind considering the fact that it won an award, RPG of the Year. So let's wait and see. But definitely, Tales of Rise is a worthy RPG that's worth your time and money. All right, number 2, Resident Evil Village. Man, you know who's been consistent though? Capcom. Capcom's been consistent. Whether it's with Resident Evil 2 remake to Resident Evil 3 remake to Devil May Cry, they've been knocking it out the park. And Resident Evil Village, it's another example of this Capcom just nailing it, man. It was scary at moments, but when the action bits came, it was exciting. Incredible story, incredible cast of characters, ugly, gruesome, disgusting monsters. Gameplay is better than ever. It just feels like a bigger expansion of just the Resident Evil 7, just bigger and bolder and badder and better. Boy, I just loved it. More awesome weapons, more ugly monsters, epic boss fights, an epic story. Just it is just fantastic, man. Capcom is showing why they're the best of what they do. Granted, during the PS3 and Xbox 360 era, they had their hits and misses, mostly misses, some would argue. But during the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One era, and even during the PS5 and Xbox Series X era, they have been killing it. They have been knocking out the park, just hitting home runs, even like you could say hitting home runs blindfolded. Like that's how incredible they've been doing, and they deserve all the praise. Running into the Village, there's some people saying, which I know it'll probably sound blasphemous, I'm about to say. There's some people saying that Resident Evil Village is better than Resident Evil 4. There's debates online that's happening with that as we speak. Is it? I can't say. I need to sit down and really think about it, but one thing's for sure, it's definitely worth it. So when the scares are on, it is on. But when it goes to action, surprisingly, it's really well done, man. It's just a great game, and honestly, I cannot wait for Resident Evil 9 and where it goes from here. I cannot just wait. Capcom's been killing it. I cannot just see where this adventure goes next. But if had this another game not come out, it would have been my game of the year. But number 1 and the RTB game of the year is Sega's Lost Judgment. That is right. Lost Judgment is RTB's game of the year. Another company besides Capcom's been consistent, freaking Sega, to the Yakuza games, not just with Sonic, but the Yakuza games, even Fist of the North Star, and a spin-off of Judgment. Heck, they even did Yakuza Like a Dragon, an RPG. They went a different take with the Yakuza. They went with a different take with Yakuza Like a Dragon, making it a turn-based RPG. Even that was incredibly awesome. There's a base that some people are saying that's better than Persona 5. I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but still, Yakuza Like a Dragon was no doubt an amazing game. Same with the other Yakuza games, and its spin-off Lost Judgment was phenomenal. Lost Judgment was amazing. Definitely Game of the Year worthy. Almost made it, but it got to number 2. Like Yakuza Like a Dragon, number 2 almost, but it was always consistent in terms of quality, and Lost Judgment just was the best game of 2021. It has an incredible cast of characters, great gameplay. I love the mini games. Side quests can be funny. Some side quests can be serious. I love how the story and I love how the story bits, how at times it can be funny, but at times it can be really serious and just hook you in, and add some nice twists and turns, and just the message of it is trying to say is beautiful, and just all I can say is it's a story about revenge, and I can't say anymore because I don't want to spoil it, but it is just, like I said, it starts slow, but it slowly revs up and gets better as it goes along, and I'm on the edge of my seat the entire time, guys. It's a great gameplay, great graphics. The English cast just killed it. It's just I like it's not turn-based like Yakuza Like a Dragon. It's like the open, like, beat 'em up brawler that Yakuza games is, and I love it, man. And the EX execution moves are just as awesome. And also just as brutal as ever. There's some funny ones, but also just some downright brutal ones. Funny side quests. I love the side activities from playing baseball to doing aircraft racing. Those aircraft remote control, like aircraft control. I forget what they're called. You can do like racing games with them. You can also play classic Sega games on there, like Virtual Fighter and Sega Fighters, which that was a thing. I know, weirdly enough. Amongst other classic Sega arcade games, play some claw machines, do some golf if you want, do some parking where you can do skateboarding. And it's just a whole. The mini games are just fun. The main story is fun. The side quests are fun to do. It's just a well done, put together game. It's just been consistent. Again, this game wasn't talked about, and it should be. In fact, it should have been nominated for the Game of the Year. That's how good it was. Say what you will about these other games, but and nothing against It Takes Two, but to me, Lost Judgment should have been Game of the Year. It was phenomenal from start to finish. Like, everything was fun. Everything was fun. It made you feel like a true detective, how you were doing things. I loved it, how you had to solve things. It made you feel like a true detective. It was it just built off the original game and just made it so much better. I guess it just, I cannot give it the amount. I cannot give much too. I tell you how much I love Lost Judgment. Every time I was at work, I couldn't wait to get home and crack into it a little bit and just keep going back. And it was always in my head. I gotta go play Lost Judgment. I gotta go play Lost Judgment. I gotta see where it goes from here. I kept going back. I poured hours into that game, and it was worth every moment. It was just phenomenal from start to finish. If you're wondering what's my RTB Game of the Year of 2021, Lost Judgment. It is phenomenal. Congratulations, Sega. You finally got a game that was my Game of the Year worthy. And the other ones were, don't get me wrong, but you finally have one that hit the top spot. Lost Judgment is what question the RTB Game of the Year of 2021. And that was my list, guys. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section below. I definitely want to hear you guys' thoughts on the matter. And as always, please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. And as always, Rockingtheblade signing out. Hope to see you guys again real soon. Peace out. Have a great day.